Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is long overdue. I'm sat here with a bag of Sephora goodies that I picked up maybe a month ago now, and I just haven't had chance to film this video. Now, whilst I could have gone crazy in Sephora, I did try and rein it in a little bit because you're gonna have this Sephora haul video today and there will be a drugstore haul coming really soon. I basically went and did a bit of damage in Walmart as well, so I wanted to kind of have a bit of a 50-50 split between higher end products and drugstore. So this is gonna be this video. Now, as some of you will know, we don't have a Sephora in the UK, and that's really sad. But basically I went there knowing kind of what I wanted and things that I wanted to go and swatch and just feel in person, because you can't always tell. First things first, I picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and it's a skinny brow pencil, and I got it in the shade dark brown. And this was one of those products where I know I can get this in the UK, but it's quite tricky to actually go into a shop and actually test out the different colours. And with brows, I think it's so important that you get the right one. So I kind of wanted to go in and swatch it. So I'm happy with the colour I've got. I've been using it pretty much non-stop since. I love it. So you get a spoolie on the one end, and you just get a wound up, it's a bit dirty, you get a wind up soft pencil on the other, if you can see that. It's lovely. So my colour is dark brown, and it kind of just does the trick for me, really. It's the perfect colour, so if you're colouring similar to mine, then I'd say this is a colour to try out. What I really like about it is that I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to my brows, which is probably not a surprise. I like kind of brow pomades, and I like gels, and I like powders and waxes. But actually, a pencil, for me, I find, you know, you can do a lot of damage with a brow pencil actually, or I can anyway, but this is so good. It's really blendable, and I find with really small strokes it just gets a really nice natural look. And I actually wore this a lot when we were in Florida, and it just looked really lovely for summer. It was slightly more well, light and natural really than a really thick carved out brow. So this has been a big winner for me. I kind of knew I would love it, but I didn't realise I'd love it this much, so I'm so pleased I picked that up. The next product, again, I can see people being like, why is she picking this stuff up in the US? Because you can pick it up here. I've had my eye on the Benefit They're Real Blue Mascara for a long while, and I've had other blue mascaras, and I love using blue in some way around my eyes, be it a liner or mascara, because it really does make your eyes look a lot whiter. And this one, if I show you the colouring, so the actual packaging is just like the They're Real, but it's got a lovely blue metallic kind of finish to it. Look how blue that is. Even though it's really bright, you can actually only see it when you kind of turn to the side or the light catches you, and it's really pretty. And I just love this. I think I'm going to wear this an awful lot in the summer. It just helps brighten up any makeup look. I think it's gorgeous. So next up we have the Sephora eye masks. These are a classic. I feel that everybody goes into Sephora ends up with either some of the sheet masks or eye masks. They're really good and they're very affordable. So I went for the avocado for nourishing and repairing, and the pomegranate for anti-fatigue and energizing. And I've been dying to tuck into these actually, and I've waited to film this video, but I will be using them tonight, I can guarantee it. So I've used these before. I first picked them up when we went to Italy, and I just love them. The shape is perfect, so they sit comfortably under the eye when you wear them, and I actually feel when I take them off that they've done something, which I like. Next up, I have something from the Sephora own brand, and it's one of their lipsticks. It is, I don't think it's got a colour on it. I want to say the name of this lipstick is something like Lotus Rouge, but maybe I'm thinking of a Chanel nail varnish. Anyway, this is a lovely lipstick. I'm not wearing it now, but it's a really lovely pinky, and not really a nude, just kind of a pinky brownie lipstick. It's a really lovely colour. I've been wearing it to work a little bit, but it's just that kind of your lips but better with a bit of added drama. So it's not as subtle as, say, a normal nude like this. It's got a bit more of a kick behind it, but it's really lovely. I find this colour on my skin is kind of a more natural fit. It looks really nice on kind of paler skin tones, and the formula of it is delightful. It's so creamy and it just sits really comfortably. I didn't notice that it was wearing off particularly quickly either. I actually hadn't tried any Sephora makeup products before, so I thought I'd stick with a lipstick to start with. Can't go too wrong, and actually I've been really pleasantly surprised, so I'll definitely pick up more things when I'm next in Sephora. And the last two bits were the things that I'd really done research into. So I've seen an awful lot about Tarte. All the bloggers and vloggers that I watch love Tarte, and I had never tried anything from the range. So I knew I wanted to try some bits, but I really didn't know where to start, and I wanted to try and keep the price down, but they are a luxury brand, so I knew I was going to end up spending a little bit of money. So anyway, I picked up two products and I'm actually really happy with my purchases. This is the Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and I'd seen an awful lot of hype about this online, and it is very good. I'm wearing this now. It's more of a medium to sheer foundation. I would by no means call this a full coverage foundation, which is unusual for me because I really do like full coverage. So I wear this. I love the packaging, it's so pretty. I wear this and then I do have to go in certain areas with some more concealer than I normally would, but that's just because I like wearing full coverage. So if you prefer a more natural sheer finish, this is going to be beautiful. I think it's really lovely for those more chilled out days. I wouldn't wear this on a night out, for example, but I do find it makes my skin look really healthy and glowy, and it is lovely. It's a joy to apply. So you've got a pipette applicator and you just pop out a few drops onto the back of your hand. The colours, I wanted to test them out rather than doing an order and getting it sent here, because you just never know, do you, with foundations. So I've got Fair Beige, which actually wasn't the lightest, and I really applaud them for this because I am always the lightest shade in foundation. And I don't know if it was an ivory or what they call their palest shade, but this is maybe the second or third up in their shade range, and they had a lot to pick from, so I was very impressed with this. I think I was expecting it to be higher coverage than it is, although I'm not bothered by it because it's nice to have a foundation in my collection that isn't like the others, so I'm glad I got it. It also has a broad spectrum SPF 15 in it as well, which is really handy. I think foundations with SPF are just a good thing in general. It's one less thing to think about, and yeah, really positive. I am gutted that I didn't get the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. In hindsight, I should have got that and I didn't. Instead, I went for a mini eyeshadow palette. I've heard an awful lot about Tarte eyeshadows and I just couldn't pick. They had so many lovely palettes and I was so unsure about which one to go for. And then the Aisles of Doom in Sephora, when you're on the way to the checkout, you end up picking up lots of little miniatures, and this was the one that I went for. And actually I'm really happy I did, because it's a really good way to try out the eyeshadows. It's called the Tartelette Tease palette. So the Tartelette's the full size and they're obviously teasing with this, which I like. So inside you have these colours, you have 6 eyeshadows. So what I like about this is you get a mix of mattes and shimmery colours. So the two on this end, which are Whisper and Wink, they're mattes, and then on the other side, the darker tones, they are matte as well, so Heartbreaker and BFF. I really like BFF. It's this kind of lovely burgundy wine colour, which is really unusual for me. I don't have that in any of my other eyeshadow palettes. It also comes with a mirror as well, which I think is good for a travel compact. I actually haven't used this yet. I've been so disciplined, and there's been quite a few occasions lately where I'm like, shall I just dig into it? Shall I get started? But I wanted to film this video first, then I'm going to take some blog pictures, and then I'm getting stuck in to wearing it. But even just looking at the colours again now, I've got quite excited to use them. So that is everything that I bought in Sephora. I have an empty bag left, nothing else to show you. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, I did keep it quite restrained, but I'm really happy with my purchases. Unlike sometimes when I buy makeup and I just go crazy and I end up buying lots of things that I haven't tried before, and you end up with a few duds in your kind of collection, don't you? And then you think, oh, I really wish I hadn't bought that. I haven't had that with this at all yet, so really, really happy. I think I've done it well. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!